young Nigerian. Actually, when I secured admission to study mass communication from the great Ahmadu Bello University Zaria, I didn't have the funds to pay for my registration. 5 years later, when I prepared to leave the university, I not only had a degree, but also a wonderful reference as one of the most outstanding students at that era. I've actually worked myself up to become a student leader, an author, and editor of the Student Union magazine. Yes, at that time, like many other Nigerians, I come from a disadvantaged background where we literally live from hand to mouth. Yes, for many years I was the only university graduate from my family, including extended. Do I also need to tell you that I struggled to be educated? Yes, in fact, I had no textbooks throughout my primary and secondary schools. Just like a former leader who had no shoe, me, I had no textbooks. Life was a vital reality at that time. And I'm sure with many other families, that was the era of structural adjustment program, where life was very nasty. The economy was brutal. But on the first day in school, at the university, I made a vow to myself. I said, I shall be the flashlight for my family. I'll be the vehicle that will get my family through the thorny traps of life. I will never let my current situation define the future I see ahead of me. I actually blocked the memories of my past and disconnected from the grip of yesterday. I said to myself, where I am is where my parents have prepared me to their best of ability. But where I'll be next, it's where I will prepare myself to. This word actually gave meaning to my life. It spurred me to become someone of great influence in my generation. This showed up in the university, where I earned a reputation for being an outstanding student. I started by discovering a natural fascination for a talent I knew I possessed. There's always been this nagging desire to always write. So I started writing. First, it was very difficult and boring, but I persevered. With time, I started by making simple, imaginative observations about the world around me. I started writing, and of course, making money. How was I making money? I was writing projects and assignments for other students. That was when I discovered that when you write, you can actually make money. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, that was the beginning of a program mindset. So I was able to establish myself as a respected member of the campus community. Then the opportunity first came. I was made a student editor of the Student Union magazine. That was actually a launch pad for my aspiration. I could talk to anybody. I could go to anywhere in the campus community. With opportunities come more opportunities. Then I observed the situation around me. I wrote a book called Quote of the Masters, a compendium of intellectual thoughts. It was actually the unconscious sayings of my lecturers while they teach. So when they make witty comments, very philosophically filled comments, I was collating them. Then one day, I turned it into a book. Ladies and gentlemen, that boy that had no money for school fees now have money as an accomplished author in the school. Yes. Still motivated by the zeal to be where I wanted to be, I aspired to become a student union leader. Ladies and gentlemen, I also emerged victoriously. But something happened. Tragedy occurred. In my 400 level, I failed a course. It was a course called Statistics in Mass Communication. I don't know who invent statistics into mass communication. I actually escaped from mathematics to go to mass comm, but I was confronted with what? Statistics. It was devastating. ashamed. Imagine a student leader, author, an editor, the whole student union magazine failing a course. It means I will repeat. I was demoralized and devastated. While buried in this my despondency, I remember my part at the university gate, never to be discouraged by the troubles of this world. I dusted myself up. I started writing, this time beyond the school communities. I was writing and sending to newspapers. Ladies and gentlemen, it so happened. I got a call one day from a serving minister. To do what? Young man, I love how you write. Come and join us as one of the media aides. Ladies and gentlemen, that was how a student battling with a carryover in school with no certificate being invited by a serving minister to come and help him in crafting words for his office. This is instructive. His degree is actually very good, but beyond your degree, I beg, make you get certificate. It is a skills you must have besides your degree. Very, very important as young people. You must actually have a skill to sell. This time with the minister afforded me the opportunity to up my game, to develop my capacity as a business person, as a media relations officer, and the likes of it. By the time that time was winding up, I was establishing my own magazine called the World Endurance Magazine. Let it also be instructive that I actually served in my office, where I also supervised myself as an NYC person. So, I eventually wrote my carryover, and now supervised myself where I served in my office. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, young people of Adankolo, my first venture into real business was the magazine. How did I break through into the saturated market of media? What I did was that I gathered the best of the money to print my first edition, which was quality in content and in print. Ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't the content of the magazine that people were interested, but the quality. That was when people started calling, where can we print for you? The smart guy from Adankolo like me, I said, I'm actually the printer. Bring it, I'll print for you. Ladies and gentlemen, there's money in printing. If you want to venture into printing, there's money in printing. So that actually afforded us to grow. Yes. Today, I run a successful publishing and media consulting firm. I've dived into real estate, oil and gas. I achieved this because of program mindset of persistence and resistance to negative energies. I never allow the negativities around me to weigh me down. I see solutions everywhere I find myself. I am not part of those who collate the woes of this world. I always speak solution. I am where I am today, modestly, because of program mindset of being positive. And the question or the push to everybody seated here, especially the young people, is to allow the troubles of this world to go away. Out of this trouble, think of what you can do. Like I collected and wrote a book about the situation in my school, the sins of my lecturer, ladies and gentlemen. Also, while everybody was complaining about the lack of opportunities in Nigeria, I also authored another book called The Buhari in Us. It was a book that sold massively. It got beautiful sponsorship. It afforded me the opportunity of meeting the president, his vice president, my own governor, and of course, my deputy governor here. Ordinarily, without book, would I have gone to see these people? This is not my degree, it's my certificate that is taking me to where I am. So in life, so many people see themselves in between despondency, lamenting the absence of want. They submit easily to victimhood, thinking the world around them is on a standstill. But ladies and gentlemen, your mindset is the most important thing about life. If you want to break from the grip of where you are, it is your mindset that will do that. those who achieve greatness are not necessarily the most intelligent, but they are the ones, the mindset of possibility. Ladies and gentlemen, young people, you can actually become successful, not as a writer, because not all of us will be writers, but choose or pick what you think you are good at and see yourself excelling in it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a young man in Kogi State who, fresh from the university, became a chief press secretary to a governor. This happened in this state. So this is what mindset. He developed his mindset as a writer from school. By the time he was coming out of Kogi State University, a job offer was waiting for him to become the youngest chief press secretary in Nigeria. Go and check it. This is a programming mindset. You too can also join in identifying what is good for you. Be consistent in it. It's going to be difficult at the beginning, but be consistent.